simplicity and class, this Dumoreau DM02 is absolutely insane with its functionality and elegance. 39 millimeters, 9.5 millimeters thin, thanks to that Sellita manual wind SW21. See, adjusted to 5 positions with an accuracy of plus minus 7 seconds a day and a triple gasket crown. It is a push-pull crown, but it has a triple gasket system that gives this watch a 100-meter water resistance rating. So let's take a closer look at this kind of really functional dress watch on today's episode. It is 1:13 p.m. Let's get down to business. All right, jumping right into the specs, 39 millimeters, 46 millimeter lug to lug, 9.5 millimeters thin, again, thanks to that Sellita SW2101 manual wind, 42-hour power reserve, 28,800 BPH sweep, a 100-meter water resistance rating, and there will be 3 variants of this watch: a white silver, a salmon, and a black. And we have the black dial version here today. Now, we should note that these are going to be limited to 300 pieces. I don't know. In the spec sheet, they didn't clarify if it was going to be 300 pieces altogether or 300 for each variant. I'm not quite positive on that just yet. Now, you're going to get a sapphire crystal with the production models. Keep in mind, this is a prototype and it has plexiglass crystal. Yep, that's interesting as well. Still looks good, but it's not nearly going to be as scratch resistant as a sapphire. Price point, $975 US. That's going to be some sticker shock for people that don't want to spend close to $1,000 on a Microbrand, but we're going to talk about the pros and cons in just a minute. Now, from the looks of this watch, stunning, right? Very elegant, right up my alley, and it meets at this crossroad of kind of beauty, simplicity, and functionality, okay? 100-meter water resistance rating with that triple gasket crown means that you do not have to baby this if you're using this as an everyday piece. It seems to be fairly versatile. Like, this looks like a watch that you could wear with more formal attire, and then also like a t-shirt and jeans, because let's face it, that's like, I'm wearing... I was going to say a wolf shirt, but it's like a cat shirt with a Ouija board. Anyway, the shirt dedicated to Ari, one of the best cats that ever lived. She passed away from feline leukemia, and I still think about her every day. Love you, Ari. Now, even though this is a prototype, everything works like it should. Everything feels great on this watch. Before I talk any further, let's actually get into the pros and cons. First pro, obviously the movement, okay? The Sellita SW2101 allows this watch to be incredibly thin, very nice decoration. You can see that they really took their time with this watch. And then when we zoom out a little bit and look at the screw heads, yeah, they did a great job. The screw heads aren't totally mangled. It's nice to see a watchmaker that actually takes their time with the watches. Again, the dimensions, impeccable. This is going to be very wearable for a large group of people. The vintage vibe, immaculate. And again, that handset, very, very vintage, and it works so well with the Arabics. It's just almost Art Deco in a way, with the numerals, how they go across the dial with that step cut center dial. It looks so nice. Now to a couple cons, and there aren't a whole lot as I see it. Okay, the first con is the limited blah, 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 blah. They're using it as like marketing, scarcity. Oh, we're limited to 300 people. I don't really care. I don't think that adds anything to the watch. I think it's whatever. And then the only other con that I see has nothing to do with the functionality or the fit or finish of the watch. It's the fact that, you know, that price is going to turn people off when they're like, wait, $975? I've never heard of this watchmaker. I'm going to get a real watch. And I've spoken about how stupid that is to say. I understand if you don't want to spend that money, you're not stupid for that. It is kind of stupid to consider Microbrands not real watches. Like, they're real watches, they're just not from big box brands. I don't see, yeah. I've already ranted about that though. And that's kind of it Like, I like this watch. Very clearly, this is something that would be targeted to someone like me who's a vintage collector but might want to wear a more modern built watch every day. Very functional, beautiful, very clean, and again, nice attention to detail. And this is just the prototype, so I would hope that the production models are just as good, if not better. I think Dumoreau did a very good job with this, and I like that they kept it under $1,000. I think that's reasonable for the specs. The movement itself, very impressive. So good job, Dumoreau, and yeah, thanks. This is the second watch I believe I've reviewed from them, and I think they're based here in California, which is really cool. So that's awesome. But this watch is Swiss made. So, and again, who can, I don't know if Swiss made means anything, but that's a very nice touch for under $1,000. There you have it, guys. Another Microbrand Monday in the books. I will catch you on the next one. Check out the podcast. Subscribe to T3 Time to Drive if you like cars. And subscribe here if you haven't already. And hit the bell icon and leave a comment. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. I will catch you on the next one. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed. I'm Jory Goodman, the time teller. And always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it.